Well, good afternoon, everybody. How's everyone today? Happy Labor Day weekend. It's freaking hot outside. It's freaking hot outside. It's hot as balls out there as per usual, but I am so glad that August is over. It is for me anyways. It's actually September 1st for me. Monday, September 1st. Good way to start a September, right? With a Monday. But I hope you guys are all doing well. Thank you guys for joining us on this No Man's Sky Monday. If anybody out there is watching the VOD after the fact, thanks for taking your time out of your busy schedule to join us. I am Oddman105, aka The Odd One. And let's get some shouts out of the way. So Cody Hernandez, welcome. Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. And Cellcraft, what's up, brother? How are you, man? It's good to see you. Thanks for joining us. So Cellcraft says, I went nuts earlier today searching for Corvette parts, got tons of them, but it doesn't seem like enough. Bro, it's never enough, man. It's never enough because it's not, it's not like you can just find one component or one of each component. You need multiple of each ones of the advanced components to fill out your ship. so it's not enough. Hey, Cody Hernandez, happy September 1st to you. Everybody, Cellcraft is a fellow content creator. If you guys haven't done so, please go to his channel, check him out, show him some love. He's part of the Odd Fam. You guys know how we do it here. Always got to support the Odd Fam. Okay, so since we are running a bit late, let's go ahead and hop right into this. Now, for anyone watching the VOD after the fact, thanks for taking time out of your busy day. And let's take a look at my stats before we begin. Now, if you guys haven't done so, please hit that like button. Helps out the channel a ton. Cellcraft, no problem, brother. You bet, man. Also, for anybody who's new, please take a second, read and follow the channel rules in the description section down below. Very important. Since this is a No Man's Sky live stream, I'm going to leave it at that. And with that being said, absolutely love that song. Let's make sure, hold on a second, let's make sure Streamlabs is working. Looks like Streamlabs is working. Hey, Streamlabs, don't be cheating today, bro. Don't be cheating, Streamlabs. Give me a second, I got to fix the music. Bring that volume back up. There we go. Put that in the background. That's what she said. Okay, let's transition. And brighten up the screen. There we go. Okay. So what we're going to do today is continue the hunt for Corvette parts, but also what I would like to do, first and foremost, we're going to do the weekend Nexus mission to make some money, get some Quicksilver. Dark Reference, what's up, man? How's it going, bro? It's good to see you. Thanks for joining us. It's freaking hot as balls outside, man. It's stupid hot outside. I am so glad that August is over. I'm glad summer is over. I'm done. I'm so done with summer until next year. But how are you, man? It's good to see you. So what we're going to do today is do the weekend Nexus mission. And we're also going to build a basic Corvette and try to get 4 connected supercharged slots on this one. And a huge shout out to Hero to you for this method. But the whole idea behind getting 4 connected supercharged slots on a Corvette is that the supercharged slot configurations are always random. So there's no particular ship configuration. The class of the ship doesn't matter. Configuration doesn't matter. The parts that you use don't matter. The location of the space station, none of that stuff matters. So Dark Reference says it's also hot here in the Philippines. Oh, I can imagine. I know the Philippines has to be hot and humid, man. I know it's got to be hot and humid there. Today it's a combination of both, but it's more dry heat than anything else. Okay, so we're on the freighter. Freighter, I never met her. What we're going to do before we start this. First of all, where's my ship? Before we start this hunt, if you will, let's grab a ship. We're going to head back Are you freaking serious, bro? Are you... What? Hello, games. Fix your game. What is this? You guys see this? Hold on. Hold on. Okay, that's supposed to be a Sentinel starship, but for whatever reason, there's a random, a random exotic ship parked into my right in the center of my Sentinel starship. You gotta love brand new updates. Gotta love the brand new updates. All right, let's grab this one. let's grab this one. Yeah, I got nothing. That's not how we leave a freighter. I got nothing. Where's my planet? So Dark Reverend says it's hot here in the Philippines, but I'm sipping my coffee. Yeah, of course I've got my usual delicious fat-free diet water with me. Okay, we got to find that planet. Let's see, Dusty Planet. It wasn't a moon. I think that's our planet right there. Scorched, not that one. I'm pretty sure that was our planet with the good stuff. Harsh blue globe. Nope, that's not it. Okay, let's do this because it's easier if I can mark it. Discover as overgrown. Okay, let's mark it. Okay. Before we leave or do anything else, we're going to set up. There it is. We're going to set up a base on that planet. Because that planet is an excellent resource. Morris123, it's good to see you. Thanks for joining us. That planet is an excellent resource for a salvageable scrap. And I'm talking an excellent resource for it. Plus, it's an overgrown planet, overgrown. But doesn't appear to have any storms. Some Sentinel activity. It's about as close as you can get to a Paradise planet without it actually being a Paradise planet. So this is an excellent source for salvageable scrap right here. What we're going to do is just drop a base computer, set up a small hab or something like that, and we will start the weekend Nexus missions. Once that's done, we're going to head to the space station. And we're going to craft a basic Corvette. And the idea behind getting 4 connected supercharge slots on any Corvette that you build is that you have to literally rinse and repeat. The supercharge slot configurations are all random. And because they're random, you basically have to craft one ship, claim it, make a beeline to the Starship outfitter, upgrade it to an S-Class, then check its supercharge slots. If it's not good, then you reload your autosave. But the autosave automatically saves once every 60 seconds, so you got to be quick about it. When you claim the ship, it creates a manual restore point, so your manual restore point will not work. Perfect. Planetary Archive. This is perfect. We just found the Planetary Archive. That is nice. Okay. So we're going to land right here. Give it a second. There we go. Perfect. Let's drop a base computer. But yeah, the weather is light showers, resources moderate, fauna common, flora copious, and sentinels are on regular patrols. Sentinels can go pound sand for all I care. So this is actually a really good location. Let's drop a base computer right here. There we go. Yeah, I guess we'll drop it right there. That'll work. All right, claim the site. And just as a reminder, if you guys haven't done it, if you played No Man's Sky, don't forget to claim your Twitch drops. Don't miss out on your Twitch drops. There's like 2 days left. I'm claiming my Twitch drops right now. I'm watching a Twitch stream on one laptop, and I'm watching my stream on a separate one, on a completely different one. But you've got one more day. You got day 5's Twitch drops, and there's actually a really good starship that you can get for watching for 3 hours. So, just as a bit of a reminder. Okay, let's drop a hab here. If we can figure out how to do this. There we go. Yep, let's do a cylindrical room. Getting tongue-tied there. We'll drop this right here. Let's give it a door, because all houses have doors. And let's give it a second door, because why not? Ramp. There we go. And give it some power. Oh, actually, let's give it some windows. Hold on. Give it some windows. Can't have a house without windows. There we go. And this is just a little something to mark our location, because we're eventually going to be coming back to this planet and hunting for more salvageable scrap. So that's why we're putting up a base here. So let's give it some power. And all we need is a battery. And a teleporter. There we go. Seriously, it's nighttime already? Dang it. Okay, last but not least is a save point. There we go. Oh, we'll drop this right there. Perfect. Save point. Actually, let's dump a biofuel reactor. Since we don't have any power. And carbon. Here we go. Condensed carbon is fine too. Gas 16, it's good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Okay. Very strange. This thing is supposed... Okay, this is probably broken. This is probably a bug. Delete. Okay, it says battery depleted. Battery is still depleted. That is very strange. That's probably a bug. We'll figure it out later. We're not going to spend all day dealing with that. Okay, let's name this base. That picture is... Well, actually, you know what? Let's do a new picture. Let's do a new photo. Yeah, right next to this ginormous planetary archive. There we go. Hold on. There we go. That's better. Okay, so we're going to call this one That One Day When Your Base Has No Power. Okay, this is Best Planet for salvageable scrap. Oops. R-A-P. There we go. Perfect. Best planet for salvageable scrap. Done. Save it. Okay, and we can upload. Okay, next, let's go to the space anomaly. Start the weekend Nexus mission and knock that out. Then what we're going to do is work on creating or building a basic Corvette style ship, and try to get 4 connected supercharge slots on it. Hey, Cellcraft, no problem, bro. No problem. Although I do think your cat did that on purpose. Cats are pretty smart. When they want to get your attention, and they know how to get your attention. They know how to get your attention. Just like cats that like to sit on top of your PC and block airflow with their butt. Yes. They're doing that for a reason. Okay, let's call up Space Anomaly. So as mentioned, what we're going to do is work on the weekend Nexus mission and knock that out. All right, we got a restore point. Perfect. Let's see what we have for missions. What do you got for me, buddy? Okay, collect 8 quad. Oh my God, 8 quad servos. Eight quad servos. I think. Oh wait, that says 400. That's not the weekend Nexus mission. Okay, there it is. There it is. There's the mission. Okay, so this is eliminate hazardous flora, liquid explosive, 1800 quicksilver. There we go. Okay. All right. Had to wait for it to load. So Cellcraft says he ran into this one too, only 400 quicksilver. Yeah, apparently that was a bit of a bug. It took a second for it to load, but there it is. Yeah, Cellcraft, that sounds like the average house cat to me. That's why we don't have a cat in my house. I would not tolerate that. Yeah, me and the cat would have a fight. Guitar Guy 80, what's up, brother? How's it going, man? It's good to see you. Thanks for joining us today. Pin that. And thanks for typing that, brother. Appreciate you, man. Everybody, Guitar Guy 80 is also a fellow content creator. He's part of the Odd Fam. If you guys haven't done so, please go to his channel, check him out, show him some love. You know we got to support the Odd Fam. Okay, let's do it. There we go. Initialize so that we can see what we're doing. Jeez. There we go. All right. And get rid of that. Yeah, Cellcraft, exactly, brother. Exactly. The band hammer is in full effect. The We give out free scholarships to FAFO University. With a degree. With a full-blown degree. Okay. Let's do this. Root of aggression, so we got to take out some hazardous flora. That's easy enough. Not expecting a really big crowd today. Most people are watching over on Twitch to get the Twitch drops. Matt Asbury, good to see you. Thanks for joining us, man. Hope you're doing well. Just doing some No Man's Sky today. Euclid? Really? A first contact system in Euclid? Okay. Okay, there is a space station in this system. We'll have to hit up that space station when we're finished. Let's go. It's funny. I figured by now that the Euclid galaxy would largely be explored. Cellcraft says, Discovery services have been out this weekend. Have they? Probably as a result of the update. That'd be my guess. I haven't really noticed. I haven't had a whole lot of time to get on. The last time I jumped on No Man's Sky was this past Saturday night for me. Late night No Man's Sky live stream. And everything seemed to be working fine for me at the time. I didn't notice any issues with Discovery services then. This planet is dark. This is a dark planet. This is the darkest planet I think I've ever seen in No Man's Sky. It's broad daylight. But this planet is dark. Hey, Bear Warren, what's up, brother? How's it going, man? It's good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Okay, so we got to look for a fallen traveler, if we can land. There we go. Shouldn't be too far from here. We'll merc out that one right now. Let's go. What? Where's he at? Where's he at? Bro. Get wrecked. Don't even think about it, buddy, you giant porcupine-looking thing. I will merc you out. That's our first merc out for the day. A nosy porcupine. Get out of here. And again, Bear Warren, good to see you, brother. Thanks for joining us today, man. So, how many of these things do we got to take out? The atmosphere here, but by the strangling vines, very little ammunition. The Fallen Traveler's log seems to mention a floral infestation, but holds no further clues. I will continue to scout to locate the hazardous flora. There's like one right behind me. What are they talking about? There's like one right here. There's two right here. What? Merc that thing out. Yeah, we passed like three of them. Here's one right here. Shut up. That's two. So we got to take out 15 in total. That's easy. Excuse me, Daddy Longlegs. Get out of the way. Thank you. Where's he at? Bro? Are you serious? Man, get... You know what? I'm going to mining beam your butt. We're going to mining beam your butt. There you go. Mining beam. Get murked. This wasn't even a dinosaur. What was this thing? What the crap was this thing? This wasn't... What is this? An angry deer? An angry antelope? Man, get out of here. It's a jackalope. That's what this is. This was a jackalope. Get wrecked. Get wrecked. So Guitar Guy 80 says this update is definitely buggy. Did encounter the invisible shield and clipped it so I could report it. But after reporting the shield, it disappeared again. It sounds like they're on top of it. Sounds like Hello Games is on top of it. I know they have a big patch in the experimental branch on Steam, so it should be releasing sometime this week. I think they're going to release it before the Expedition, which is scheduled to release on Wednesday. Tony, what's up, man? How's it going, bro? Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. You didn't miss anything. We're just starting. So, Guitar Guy 80 says, but he's found a quick-ish way to get Corvette parts. Let me guess. Is it the... Man, get your giant dino butt out of here. Get your dino butt out of here, buddy. Is that where you get in your starship and you shoot the ground or shoot the location? Another one? Bro, you guys are all pissed off. Shut up. Get mining beamed. Get wrecked. Get wrecked. I'll murk out this whole planet. I think that method works best with both the cyclotron ballista and the positron ejector. I think both of those will work. We may actually try that. Ooh, silver. Okay. Bro, I swear. Where is he? Where is he? Come on, buddy. I got something for you. Where is he? Get wrecked. All the animals on this planet are pissed. Everybody's upset. I don't know what they all pissed off about. I didn't do anything. I just got here. Yeah, Save's digging them up. Yeah, we're probably going to try that. If I see one more angry animal... If I see one more angry animal, I'll blow up this whole planet. I'll murk out the whole planet, I swear. Nothing like being on a pissed off planet. Oh, I just saw... There we go. Yeah, this shouldn't take too long. There's two more over there. Yeah, I haven't even built my Corvette yet because I've spent most of my time hunting for parts. All right. 5 more to go. We don't really need the extra oxygen, but hey, why not? Tony, yes. There's a huge selection of weapons in No Man's Sky. The mining tool is your base weapon. It's your base weapon. At the beginning, it's relatively weak, but you can upgrade the mining tool to literally become one of the most powerful weapons in the game if you do it right. If you have the right multi-tool with the correct supercharged slot configuration, yeah, you can have a pretty beast of a mining tool. All right. That's it. All right. Yeah, this planet sucks anyway. Okay, return to the Nexus. Before we do, we're going to stop by the space station and check things out. There might be a good multi-tool over there. This system is this is a first contact system, which means I can upload discoveries. There we go. Since I discovered the system, why not? Hey everybody, look at the giant basketball for a space station. Oh, that was pretty cool. That's how you fly into a space station, people. Okay, just a quick look around. So Guitar Guy 80 says, I've now experienced the terrain change. One of my curious deposit changed to a load of sack venom. Bro, are you serious? I would be pissed. Sack venom? Sac venom is, I'm sure there's a use for it, but sac venom is pretty useless in terms of getting nanites. That's all I can say. I would be pissed. Yeah, Selkrat, Spalding Station. The Lakers Station. Keegan Courage Gaming, good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Okay, it's meh. It's a B class. We'll leave it. What do we got here? Blech, another ugly one. What do we got? How the crap is this an A class? This is an A class multi-tool? This ugly multi-tool is an A class. Well, it's got spread out supercharged slots, so we'll leave it. Don't need it. Let's talk to multi-tool vendor guy. What you got for me? Anything good? Yeah, we'll talk to Lieutenant Worf over here, the Viking with the really rough eyebrows. Or the low brow. So Guitar Guy 80 says, Keegan Courage Gaming, it's good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Guitar Guy 80 says, luckily it was only the 7 balls. Okay. Yeah, I would be pissed because I found a location with 16. Yeah, 16, right? 16 curious deposits. One of the biggest farms I've ever found. I would rage quit. I would rage quit if that ever happened to me, man. I'm serious. Interloper. Ah, what do we got? Geology cannon. Neutron. We'll take that neutron cannon. We'll take that. We'll take the bolt caster. Yeah, that's all he's got over there. I'm slowly building up a repository of weapons on my my freighter. What do you got for me, buddy? Anything good for the ships? Okay, we'll take that infraknife. Hyperdrive. That's pretty much all he's got, the infraknife. He doesn't have anything else. Okay. Oh, man. A cool-looking fan hauler just flew in here. Yeah, a fan hauler just flew into the station. Let's wait a second. I want to see if that hauler flies back in. Not this one. This thing is ugly. There's a heavy snow speeder. We're doing some really quick starship spotting. It's a baller hauler, armored, I should say. There was a barrel nose with droid wings that just flew out of here. This is a heavy snow speeder. It's got the heavy extensions on it. With TIE fighter, or bow tie wings, I should say. Triple thruster. Nice color, too. I like that. It is... What? What? This is an S-Class. This thing is an S-Class. How in the French toast is this thing an S-Class? That's an S-Class? What about this one? What is he standing on? Okay, what do we got over here? Don't you go anywhere, buddy. Don't you go anywhere. Hold on. Okay. Some good-looking ships in this system. Yeah, how is this thing an S-Class? Hold on. Let me talk to this guy. Let's talk to this guy. Hold on. What you want? How much you want for your ship? Okay, this is an S-Class, but it's a 2+1 in 1. S-Class 2+1 in 1. It ain't bad. You know, for a 2+1 in 1, it's not bad. So Snowstorm, welcome to the channel. Thanks for joining us. I think Hello Games hit an absolute home run with this update. Yeah, for the first time ever, we have fully customizable, fully buildable starships with customizable interior, with true starship interiors. For the first time since the release of this game, we can now literally walk in the interiors of starships. Of that ship. That's something that Elite Dangerous hasn't been able to do. So basically, Hello Games has done something with a 9-year-old game that Elite Dangerous hasn't been able to do in the 10 years of their existence. Because Elite Dangerous, which is a live service title, if many of you know, we're going to buy this ship, by the way. It's an S-Class. Let's buy it. Elite Dangerous still hasn't been able to, create starship interiors. They can do it, but they choose not to. Yeah, Morris123, it's good to see you, by the way. Yes, you can build, or you can build out Corvettes that you can literally walk inside. And I'm talking seamless transition. There are no loading screens, no nothing. You open up the rear hatch and walk right in. That is impressive. I want your ship, man. Give me your ship. Give me your ship. I'll buy it. We're not going to trade it in. So that was the hauler that flew out of here. This was the hauler that flew out of here. Okay, nice. Okay, hold it. Let's get some documentation going here. We got to document these ships. So we got a nice short tail fan hauler, beautiful color. What I don't like about this hauler, what I don't like about it is is the bus style canopy or cockpit. I don't like that cockpit, but the rest of that ship is fine. That is very nice. It's got the bullet style thrusters on it, jet thrusters with fans. That's a good looking hauler. William Dupree, good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Snowstorm says, yeah, it's an insane update. A couple of things need to be fixed, but happens every update. Exactly. Every update for No Man's Sky is going to be buggy. Okay, now this is an S-Class that I just bought. S-Class heavy snow speeder, triple thruster with bow tie wings. S-Class. Was pretty expensive. Very nice. Okay, so we got those documented. And again, William Dupree, good to see you, man. Thanks for joining us. We're pretty much just starting, so we're going to deposit this brand new S-Class into the freighter. So Grumpy223556, how's it going? It's good to see you. I think you can, because Corvettes operate the same way as standard starships. So if you can gift a normal starship, I'm pretty sure you can gift a Corvette. Now again, I'm still relatively new to this update, so I'm not entirely sure. So Snowstorm says, I haven't been able to move around all the key parts of the ship, launch thrusters, pulse engines, etc. in the Corvette, but that's only my problem. I've seen that. Some players have had issues with that. We got to remember that this update is still a relatively new release, and I'm pretty sure Hello Games will be fixing things as we go. All right, let's call it the Space Anomaly. Do not reload a manual restore point. Electric Hunter, how's it going? It's good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Okay, looks like I got my last Twitch drop. Looks like I got my last Twitch drop. So let me go ahead, let me turn off this other live stream over here, because I'm actually watching a separate live stream to get my Twitch drops. So yeah, I'm technically cheating. We're technically cheating. So I got the last Twitch drop for today. Let's give me a second. Let's claim that. Yay, I got the A-class solar ship with the Gentleman Sausage. There we go. We got the A-class solar ship. Nice. All right, that's done. Perfect. Yeah, give me 1 second. Just need to close this out. Okay, so we can close this. We're done there. Well, we have to fire it up one more time for tomorrow to get Tuesday's Twitch drops. It'll be Tuesday for me, so. Okay. Perfect. Yeah, so William Dupree confirms that, yeah, that's a bug. Not being able to move tech. And, you know, none of that is surprising. Whenever we get a major update like this, and this is a major title update, so there's expected to, you know, we can expect bugs like this to appear. Cellist Dome, hello, how are you? Good to see you. Thanks for joining us today. So Grumpy223, that's because I suck at building. So my initial approach, you know, because there are people out there that can build far better than I can. Let's complete mission. There we go. Give me that Quicksilver. There are people that can build far better than I can, so anything that I put up on a video wouldn't do well. My goal today for this stream is to build a basic Sentinel ship, a basic Corvette, and try to get 4 connected supercharge slots on it. That's what we're going to do today. Yeah, Tony, yes, because Hello Games, since this is a huge update, Hello Games was offering Twitch drops. They're still offering Twitch drops for anyone that watches No Man's Sky content creators on Twitch. So that's what I've been doing all weekend, collecting Twitch drops. Okay, we are pretty much done here. Let's go back to our home system, our new home system, the one planet with the really good, not the Titan planets, I remember the name this time, not the Titan planets, but the one planet with the really good salvageable scrap location. And what we're going to do is buy all the basic components for a Corvette, build a basic Corvette, and try to get 4 connected supercharge slots on it. Yeah, so William Dupree says on certain ones the core tech can't move. I noticed that. I've noticed that. Now, let me ask you something. Do you think that's a bug, or is that just the design of the game? Again, I'm still relatively new to this update, so I'm not sure. Okay, let's go back to our freighter. So William says it's a bug. Okay, so you guys say it's a bug. Okay, okay. So I think with the next major patch, which should be releasing before the expedition, I think Hello Games is going to address it because there's a huge patch that's set to be released sometime this week. It's in the experimental branch over on Steam. Okay, so the first thing we need to do, we got to drop some stuff off before doing anything else. We actually have some money. We got some money sitting in our refiners. We need to get that money. That's the wrong one. Upgrades are here. There we go. What else? We can sell that. And yeah, we can scaly meat. Blech. Get rid of that. We can get rid of that. Yeah, feline liver. That's what they get for shooting at me or attacking me. That wasn't my fault. That was theirs. Liquid explosive. We can put that in freighter. Freighter 17. There we go. Put that there. The rest of that we can sell. Hey, Streamlabs, stop picking fights. Hey, Streamlabs is out there picking fights already. Come on, Streamlabs. Have you lost your mind? Stop picking fights, Streamlabs. So, Cellistone says, can I share here? I get a bug where my friend, not in a group, can edit my Corvette, which is strange. He thought that ship is a basic Corvette, so he deleted all of it. And when I deployed it, it's gone. Are you serious? No one else should be able to edit your Corvette. Now, it's quite possible that if it's a bug, the game may be seeing Corvettes as like a standard base build, which, depending on your settings, you can actually allow other players, people that are in your group, to make changes to your base. But that has got to be a bug, man. That's unfortunate. And you guys wonder why I play solo all the time. So Marcus Nemako, how's it going? It's good to see you. Thanks for joining us, man. Long time no see. Yeah, Grumpy123, I saw that. I saw that. If you sit in a chair, you'll clip right through it. I've actually seen that. That's the funniest thing ever. Okay, so that's done. We need to... What do we need to do now? Let's get this crap out of my inventory. Let's sell the rest of this stuff. You got the Gek Pirate with a really bad shave. Okay, so we want to sell... Sell that. Sell the scaly meat. Sell the silicate powder. Alright. Easy enough. Okay, so next stop is the space station. Hold up, before we go to the space station, let's drop off that new S-Class ship that we found. No, haven't built my Corvette yet, but that's what we're going to do today. We're going to make a basic Corvette, and we're going to try to get 4 connected supercharge slots on it. So that's what we're going to try to do today. Did not need to do that. Get me out of here. This is a 1-star dissonant system. We should probably try to find a Sentinel ship set at some point, too. We didn't need to do that. There we go. Manage fleets. Archive ship. There it is. We want to archive this one. There we go. I got too many ships. I got to go through this mess and just wipe a bunch of this. We got to burn some ships here. Okay. So with that out of the way... Let's go to the space station. We can take the teleporter. Hey, Streamlabs, don't be cheating today, Streamlabs, like you did yesterday. Hey, Streamlabs is out there picking fights. Hey, we just got a massive donation from Grumpy223556. Hey, man, thank you so much for that donation, brother. I appreciate you. Everybody. Let's get some 07s out there. Proper hand salute to Grumpy223556, who just beat the game. Hey, man, thank you so much for that donation. Thanks for your generosity and thanks for your support, man. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you so much, man. Okay, we want to go to space stations. Current system. Let's do it. Okay, let's make a restore point. Even though we're not going to use it. Okay, what we need to do... Okay, this one should be the closest. Yep, it is. Perfect. And Corvette Workshop. Okay, since it's not like we don't have the money, we're going to purchase some modules here. Let's go buy some modules. We're not trading any advanced modules. Now, I do have advanced modules that I can trade. But I'm keeping all the modules that I have for the time being. And you can find all of the advanced modules on planets. Planet side, derelict freighters. You can also get them by sending your frigates out on expeditions. They take a little longer, but the fastest way to do it is to get them planet side. So what we're going to do is purchase modules. Basic. Alright, we're going to buy... one of those.
Product received.
Product received. Get 4 of those. Anything extra we can always sell.
Product received.
Get 4 of those.
Product received.
Get 4 of those. One of those. One of those. One of those. 2 of those. Two of those.
Product
Two of
received.
those.
Product received.
Two of those.
Product received.
Two of those. And
Product
two of those.
received.
I mean, it's not like we don't have the money. I mean, come on. I got 2.3 billion credits here. It's not like we don't have the money. That's all we do in No Man's Sky. Just like Grand Theft Auto Online, we money grind. That's what we do. Okay. Perfect. Okay, create new. Okay, so we need landing gear, hab module, cockpit, reactor. Okay. Okay, module menu. Start with landing gear. Two of those. We need a hab, Titan class hab. It doesn't really matter. So you've got habs and walkways. Okay, okay, okay. Interesting. Ambassador class, and the different type of habs. The interiors are different. So that is pretty cool. Okay, let's do a Titan class hab. It doesn't matter. So he says, do not use the Ambassador class landing bay. It's bugged. Is it? What do we have? So we've got Titan class, Ambassador class. Okay, gotcha. Okay, good point. Okay. Grumpy223, I'm basically making a very simple ship. This is so that we can get 4 connected supercharge slots on it. The kicker is that once we claim this ship, Smoke is copious. Good to see you. Thanks for joining us, man. How are you today? William says, a tip for players who are going to get into building. I suggest using a dummy ship for storage for the parts. Very good point. That's a very good point. Just a random dummy starship to collect the parts. That's a very good point. Also, that being said, I recommend getting either the positron ejector weapon or the cyclotron ballista weapons for the starship. That way you can actually farm the salvageable scrap from your ship, because you can shoot the salvageable scrap from your ship while you're in the air. As long as you're a far enough distance away from it, you can get the parts without digging. So you don't even have to exit your ship. Oh, you mean when I hit peak? Yeah, you know what? I suck at building, but I have an idea for something pretty cool and sleek. I'm not sure if we're going to get to it during this live stream, but we may try. All right, so what's next? Titan class cockpit. Let's go with the Thunderbird class cockpit. The Ambassador class cockpit looks ugly. I'm just saying it looks ugly. Okay, we'll put this on the front. That's what she said. We need a reactor. So we actually, crafting is set to free. I've got crafting set to free. So some of these parts we don't have, but again, this is largely for experimentation. So we'll put this there. Yeah, we don't have thrusters. Oh my god, this thing is going to be a mess. Interesting, very interesting, nice. Yeah, I got some real Star Wars vibes here, real Star Wars vibes. Okay, so we need Titan class landing bay. Yep, put that there. And we're missing thrusters and weapon systems. This is a lot of fun, actually. This is really fun. So let's see if we got for thrusters. Titan Heavy Booster, Thunderbird Heavy Booster. Let's go with the Titan Heavy Booster. So where does this thing go? Yeah, the booster is bigger than the entire ship. That's funny. That's funny. That's legitimately funny. That's funny. So, Guitar Guy 80 says, I found the plans for the Enterprise 1701D, I think. That's actually pretty cool. You know, somebody built the, I don't know if you guys play Elite Dangerous, but somebody actually built the Alliance Chieftain. Somebody built the Alliance Chieftain. And I said, wow, they beat me to it. But they did a really good job on it. Yeah, Guitar Guy 80, we should use the booster as the whole freaking ship. Look at the size of that thing. Let's put it on. We're going to put one of those on. Can we add another one, or do we have to flip it? That's hilarious. That's just, I mean, come on. Seriously? Yeah, we got to flip it, so, let's see. There we go. That's actually pretty cool. Real talk, that's actually pretty cool. That's actually not bad. This is the most asinine ship I've ever seen. That's actually not bad. This looks like something out of Star Trek. It does. Yeah, Chillistome, exactly. This thing's got to be ridiculously fast. That is funny. Okay, so we need weapons. Phase beam array. Hey, we got phase beams. Phase beams, photon cannon, deflector shields, torpedo launcher. I will say Hello Games outdid themselves with this one. They totally outdid themselves. We'll put that. And just out of curiosity, we do have cowlings, right? I want to see what that looks like. Speedbird fairing. Wow, this is impressive. This is impressive. Let's take this. There we go. Oops. Not what I wanted to do. Resume previous design. That is not what I wanted to do. So let's take a really quick look at this disaster. So Guitar Guy 80 says, never played the Elite game, but found the ship someone built. Yeah, exactly. Now, I've mentioned this before. I own Elite Dangerous. I actually own the game, but I've never played it. And that's just because the game is too freaking complex. This is the most asinine thing I've ever built. This ship is ridiculous. Okay, so what we're going to do... Yeah, Cellcraft. Hello Games worked an absolute miracle with this update. This update is fun. It's a ton of fun. It is a ton of fun. This ship is ridiculous. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. Let's finalize. We've got 60 seconds. Yeah, exactly. Chillistome, enemies will think it's just a scrap ship. They'll leave us alone, more than likely. So Marcus Nimako says, Light No Fire will be insane. Light No Fire is going to be off the chain. It's going to be a 1-to-1 Earth-sized planet. But here's my question about Light No Fire. Is Light No Fire... I know it's going to be multiplayer, but I'm hoping that Hello Games sticks with the standard single-player model with multiplayer capability. I don't want Light No Fire to be a live service game. That would ruin it. That would absolutely ruin it. This ship is hilarious. Okay, let's finalize. We've got 1 minute. We're not going to worry about colors or anything like that. Okay. Leave workshop. Okay, we're not finished building this ship. We haven't claimed this ship yet. Ah, there it is. I'm looking at the menus wrong. Okay, let's finalize this thing. Okay, so as you can see, none of our supercharged slots are here. According to Hero 2U, supercharged slots will appear in the first 3 rows. Since there are only 3 rows here, none of the supercharged slots are available. I can almost guarantee you that this ship is asinine. This ship is not going to be have 4 connected supercharged slots, but we're going to have to claim it and upgrade it. Deborah Allen, it's good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Draco, what's up, brother? How's it going, man? It's good to see you. Thanks for joining us. So, Cellcraft says, reminds me of the ship Zephram Cochrane flew in Star Trek First Contact. Bro, we should totally make one of those. We should totally make one. It does look like it. It does look exactly like it. Okay, let's compare. All right. We're going to add this collection. So we've got one. Hold it. Before we do anything, hold on. Before we do anything. Back out. Hold on. Before we do anything, there's one thing I want to do. Let's shift purchases to free at this point, only because we're experimenting, because we're going to be using nanites to upgrade this thing. Apply. All right, let's try it again. Okay, finalize, compare, and add. Okay, we got 1 minute because we got to use the autosave on this one. Okay, so we want to upgrade. One more time. Okay, that's it. So as you can see, S-Class, 1 connected supercharged slot, 2. This is not what we want. Okay, at this point, reload your autosave. Michael Knight, what's up, brother? How's it going, man? It's good to see you. Thanks for joining us. William Dupree, yeah, this is from Hero to Use video. So we're testing out his theory. You have to use the autosave. You can't use a manual save. Okay, let's make absolutely certain that we don't have that ship in our inventory. Good. Yeah, you have to use the autosave, but you've only got 60 seconds. Okay, let's rinse and repeat. Let's do it again. And remember, the Starship supercharged slot configurations on the Corvettes are all randomized. And Michael Knight, good to see you, brother. Thanks for stopping in. So, Michael Knight says he's been in the game for 2 days building a new ship. This is my first experience with building out the ship, so it's fun, man. I'm having a blast. Give me a second. Let me get a taste or a swig of some of this delicious, fat-free diet, low-calorie water. It's low-calorie water, not no-calorie water, but you know. That's some good stuff. Yeah, Michael Knight, real talk, Hello Games, this has to be their best update yet. One of their best updates. Has to be. Okay, we can resume previous design or create a new one. I am curious, what happens if we resume previous design? Because the supercharged slot configuration is not determined. It's not determined by the actual the freaking the parts that you use or configuration or anything like that. I am curious. Let's experiment. Let's try that. So Michael Knight says he drinks Pepsi Zero. Yeah, I don't drink much soda anymore. Unless I'm eating like fried food or something like that, and I want to have something with a little fizz to it. Malinsky, how's it going? It's good to see you. Thanks for joining us. So what we're doing right now is basically creating a basic Corvette to test out its supercharged slot configuration. We're trying to get one with 4 connected supercharged slots. Okay, let's experiment. So what happens if we can build a whole new ship, but I don't think it's necessary. The supercharged slot configuration may change on this one. Let's find out. Before we do, hold on, back out. I gotta remember to do this. Let's make sure, because we did reload the restore point, let's make sure this is set to, okay, we're good. We're good. Alright, let's try this again. Resume previous design, finalize. And, okay, I think the supercharged slots are going to be in the same place, but just for experimentation purposes, let's find out. Let's check it out. So let's compare and add. Okay. We have 60 seconds. Go. That's what she said. You got 60 seconds. Okay, we want to upgrade. One more time. Okay. Well, the ship disappeared. I think the supercharged slots changed on this one. Hold on. We got to do that again. I think they changed. Give it a second. Hold it. Excuse me for 1 second. Oh, sorry about that. Excuse me. Reload that autosave. And Draco, happy Labor Day to you too, man. Snowstorm, thanks for joining us, man. Take care. God bless you, bro. We'll see you next time. Yeah, Discovery services have been down, apparently, throughout the weekend. I didn't really notice. Okay, let's see. Did we get stuck with that ship? I had to pause for a second. My son had a question. Okay, we're going to try that one more time. I think those supercharged slots changed. I think they changed. So we're going to try this one more time. Because if the supercharged slots change simply by resuming a configuration or creating a Corvette, that's probably a faster way to do this. You won't have to build an entirely new ship. Okay, resume. We're going to do this one more time. Finalize. Okay, so all that's the same. We had a supercharged slot here, one right there, and one right there. Okay. Compare and add. Okay, let's try it again. And this is all done for experimentation purposes. Upgrade. Absolutely love that music, by the way. Okay, what do we got? Okay, so yeah, supercharged slots, unless we make a new ship, those will not change. Okay, that's what I wanted to see. Reload. So what we're going to do is create a whole new ship. So you guys talking about the Game Hub's ship meet? Yeah, I know. I was watching yesterday when I was creating a video for GTA Online. I was watching Ricey's Emporium. He was out hunting for Corvette ship parts, and basically Ricey does what Ricey does. He scopes out Starship, just random system ships and Sentinel ships. That's what he does. And he found some pretty interesting ships yesterday. What I like about Ricey's Emporium is that he has very detailed knowledge of every aspect of every starship out there. We're talking about the colors, decals, ship components, if you will. He's very detailed with it. He said, Marcus Nimako says, imagine listening to Hans Zimmer's Cornfield song while spacewalking in this game. Bro, you know someone's done that already, right? I know someone has to have done that. Okay, here we go. Let's do this again. So we're going to create a whole new ship. We want to start fresh. Okay, here we go again. For the fun part. Landing gear. One. We want to have cockpit. Let's go with some different thrusters this time. It doesn't matter, but let's get something that's a little smaller, I think. There we go. Now that makes more sense. That makes more sense. That does make more sense. Let's try that. I do like the first design better, though. I thought that was just funny. We need Titan landing bay. Oops. Oh. Here we go. We're button mashing here, people. Button mashing. Has anybody tried the Thunderbird class landing bay yet? So passenger and pilot access way for Corvette class ship. Interesting. Very interesting. So William says the ship he brought took first place. I'm going to have to watch it. I'm definitely going to have to watch it. Okay. So we need a reactor, if we can find one. Whatever. It doesn't matter. We're not keeping it. I think the Medusa reactor looks best. Hey, we just got a massive donation from Cody the Security Bear. What's up, brother? How's it going, man? It's good to see you. Thanks for joining us. So Cody, everybody, let's get some 07s out there in chat right now. Proper hand salute to Cody the Security Bear, who just beat the game. Cody, good to see you, brother. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for your generosity. Thanks for your support, man. And thanks for that donation as always, man. Good to see you, Cody. Thanks for joining us. Cody says, butt mashing? That's what she said. Yep. Too much button mashing. That's B-U-T-T, comma, N. Just in case anybody was wondering. Just in case. Okay, we got that photon cannon. And is that it? That's all we need? Finalize. Okay, this one looks better. This one is not as ridiculous. It's not quite as ridiculous, but it's still pretty ridiculous. This will get us started. Okay, so we've got a supercharged slot here. Ooh, so they did change. So we got a slot there. You know what? Let's finalize and check it out. Let's finalize and check it out. Compare. And let's go. And if we make a mistake, all we have to do is scrap the ship and start over. It's not a big deal. So what we're trying to do is get 4 connected supercharged slots on our base ship. Once we get it, we'll keep it. Oh, so close. We were so close on this one. So close. So close. That's what she said. Okay, give it a second. We got to wait for the autosave to catch up. We were so close on that one. Let's give it a second. We got to wait for the autosave. We were so close. That's a 3+1. Dang it, we were so close on that one. Okay, we got to wait for the save to upload. William says 3+1 isn't bad. True, it's not bad. But if we can get 4 connected supercharged slots, let's do it. I don't plan on building another Corvette outside of this one immediately, so that's why we're kind of, there we go. So we want to reload. Yeah, that 3+1 wasn't bad. That wasn't bad at all, but I think we can do better. We were pretty close on that one. That was really close. That's what she said. All right. Okay. Okay. Rinse and repeat. This is a ton of fun, man. This is a lot of fun here. This is a lot of fun. So we want to create a brand new Corvette. Fresh design. All right, let's do it. This is a lot of fun. I like this. Okay, landing gear. Okay, we need a hab. Oops. Dang it. We're button mashing again. Resume. Okay. We need cockpit. And that is aircraft cockpit, chat. Aircraft cockpit. Settle down, chat. Get your minds out of the gutter. Let's see. Docking bay. There we go. Yeah, we can do that. Thrusters. Arcadia sublight. It doesn't really matter which thrusters we use. That's what she said. Okay. We'll put 2 of those on. And let's see. We need a reactor. Put that in the back. Photon cannon. Okay. Stats aren't too bad on this. Maneuverability is okay. Yeah, Marcus Nemico says, you know us all well. Yeah, settle down, chat. Settle down, chat. Okay, not bad. All right. Okay, so we want to... Oh, cut it out. Yeah, I keep pushing the wrong freaking button. Resume. All right, we want to finalize. I do like those thrusters. I like those thrusters. Okay, so we've got one... this could be it. This one could be it. We've got one supercharged slot right here. This could be it. Okay, here we go, people. Compare and add. We got 1 minute. Come on, dude, run. What are you doing? Okay, upgrade. One more time. And boo. It's a 2+1. So this is a whole lot of nope. Okay, reload. That's a 2+1. So Grumpy223 says he comes for No Man's Sky, but stays for the commentary. Yep, that was a whole lot of nope. Okay. Okay, we might be stuck with that ship. Hold on a second. Yep, we're stuck with it. So what we're going to do is scrap it. And this is why we're in crafting and purchases for free, in case we make a mistake like this. So that was the restore point. That was the autosave. Yeah, I think I reloaded the restore point by accident. Give it a second. Yeah, if that happens, all you have to do is scrap the ship and start over. So I think what we'll do is just scrap it. That is after the upload finishes. Give it a second. So I'm going to see what happens when we hit the autosave. Although it's probably too late at this point, so what we can do... There we go. Reload that autosave. Yeah, I think I hit the wrong thing. That's also what she said. Oh boy, this is a ton of fun. There we go. That's better. Okay. That's better. Yeah, don't use the manual restore point. Always use your autosave. Okay, let's go. Alright, rinse and repeat. Okay, so we want to create new, start fresh. Okay, landing gear. Dang it. I have a tendency to hit the B button quite a bit. Why? We need a hab. Cockpits. A back door. There we go. And set of thrusters. Man, those are some mean looking thrusters right there. There we go. Those are some mean looking thrusters. I like those. I like those. Those are nice. Those are really nice. So Cellcraft says, the Zukasizawa galaxy has some nice ships. Which galaxy number is that? Which galaxy number is that? I've never been there before. Okay, so we need a reactor. One of those. Photon cannon. One of those. All right. Finalize. Okay, one right there. All right. Here we go. Compare. Add. And run. Run, 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 run. Run. Don't make that mistake again. Okay, up. That's not what I wanted to do. Upgrade. You got to be quick about this because you've only got 60 seconds. Upgrade. One more time. Dope. Oh, man. 2 plus 1 and 1. Dang it. Okay. Reload. Dang it. So close. So close. So, Grumpy223 says, I made a super destroyer from a build I saw on Reddit. You know what? I saw someone made a Star Destroyer. I haven't been on Reddit. Yeah, William Dupree. So close, man. That was almost 3 in a row. So Cellcraft says, I don't remember high 20s, early 30s. Well, I'd never heard of that galaxy before. Dang it. Out of 255 different galaxies. Or 256 anyway. Okay, hold it. We're in the wrong spot. That's what she said. Reload. Let's try that one more time. Now, we might be stuck with this one. If we are, we'll just scrap it and move on from there. Yeah, the timing of the autosave is kind of funky. Okay, so we still have our primary ship there. So what do we got? Let's make sure we didn't claim that ship by accident. Yeah, we're good. Okay, here we go. Rinse and repeat. Okay, create new. Fresh start. So close, man. We were so close on that one. Ozzy Bob, what's up? How's it going? It's good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Yes, sir. We're going for that 4 supercharge slot. Either 4 square, 4T, 4L, whatever the configuration is. 4Z, it doesn't matter. As long as we get 4 connected, I'm good. Here we go. Landing gear. Hab. Cockpit. That is aircraft cockpit. Okay, aircraft cockpit. I got to make sure YouTube understands we're talking about an aircraft cockpit. Okay. Sometimes YouTube will get major butthurt over that one. We are looking for thrusters. Those are pretty nice, actually. Those are pretty nice. Thunderbird Heavy, Ambassador. Let's put these on. That looks like something out of Star Trek. That looks like a warp nacelle right there. Right out of Star Trek. We want a reactor. Dang it. Stop fat fingering the keys. And photon cannon. Finalize. Okay. We got one right here. This could be a 4T. This could be a 4T. Okay, let's compare. Add. All right, let's go. We got 1 minute. And run, 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 run. Cosmic Coyote, what's up, brother? How's it going? It's good to see you. Thanks for joining us today. Just trying to get 4 connected supercharge slots on our Corvette. One more time. Boo! Boo! 2 plus 1 and 1. Nope. Reload. Let's give it a second. Yeah, we got to reload the manual, not the manual restore point, but the autosave. So, Cosmic Coyote. According to Hero to You, and this is full credit to him, this is his method, the research, all the science behind getting 4 connected supercharged slots for a Corvette basically requires that you continually build different ships because they're all randomized. There are no specific starship parts, no specific space station. None of that stuff is a determining factor on the supercharged slot configuration in your Corvette. It's all random. So basically you have to continually build brand new ships. But the idea is that you reload your manual, not manual restore point, you reload your autosave. And that's because whenever you accept a ship, there we go. Whenever you claim a Corvette, the game creates a new freaking manual restore point, which at that point is unusable. You'll be stuck with the ship. So you have to basically create a fresh Corvette every time. But since they're all randomized, there's nothing that increases or decreases the odds of your getting 4 connected supercharged slots. You just have to continue creating new ships. Jay, welcome. Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Okay, we should be good. Hold on. Yep, we are. So here we go. Create a new Corvette and start fresh. And you always have to start fresh. So, landing gear. Hab. Well, we're getting better at making a basic ship. Cockpit. That's cockpit. Settle down, chat. Landing bay. Landing bay. Let's get some thrusters on this thing. Doesn't matter which ones. We haven't done the heavy booster. Let's do those. Those aren't too bad. They're not too bad. That's not too bad. Okay. Let's see. We need a reactor. Here we go. And photon. There we go. Maneuverability is not as good on this one, but that's okay. If we get 4 connected slots, we're going to change this thing out anyway. So Ozzy Bob says he's been collecting parts the last few days. I've got 96 different parts so far. What we're going to do today is try to get 4 connected supercharged slots on this thing. On the basic Corvette, then we'll claim it. And what we will do is head back to the planet and keep hunting for parts. So Cody says, what happens to a frog when it breaks down? It gets towed. Oh my God. That is true. That's true. That's So, ladies and gentlemen of the chat, the dad jokes have started. If you don't hit the like button, the dad jokes will get remarkably worse. Okay, so we've got one right here. Well, here we go. Let's compare and add. And let's run. Run. We're on the clock. That was painful. That was legit painful. It's a good one though. Upgrade. Oh my God. It gets towed. Yeah, that's actually true. That was pretty good. Okay, one more time. All right, what do we got? Dope. Rinse and repeat. So Jay says, what is a frog's favorite book? Reddit. Reddit? Oh my God. And chat, you have been warned. If you don't hit the like button, they're going to get Even worse. Even worse than that one. Okay, we still got everything? We do not. Hold on. Reload that autosave. We may have to reload the restore point instead. So Cellcraft says, why did the turkey cross the road? To prove he wasn't chicken. Okay, there's our ship. Perfect. Those, yeah, ouch. All I gotta say is ouch. Ouch. Just ouch. Okay, we want to create new. Start fresh. Let's do it. Landing gear. Hab. Cockpits. Landing bay. And thrusters. Doesn't matter which one. Let's see. Reactor. Photon cannon. There we go. Finalize. Okay. Compare. Add. And run. Okay, we'll get caught up on the dad jokes in just a second. We got to get this done before like 1 minute. Okay, this one probably isn't, but let's continue upgrading anyway. Nope. We might as well reload the restore point. Or reload the manual autosave, that is. Reload the autosave. We'll give it a second. Mr. Smooth Ones, what's up, man? How's it going, brother? Good to see you. Thanks for joining us today. How are you, man? Just doing some No Man's Sky today. Everybody, Mr. Smooth Ones is a fellow content creator. If you guys haven't done so, please go to his channel, check him out, show him some love. He's part of the Odd Fam. You know how we do it here. Okay, we're still waiting for the auto save to catch up. So, Grumpy223 says, what do you call a guy with a rubber toe? Roberto. Oh my God. But that is true. That's actually true. So Cosmic Coda says you can use the mag field gear exclusively also. It looks a bit nicer. Well, you know what? This is what we'll do. Once we get 4 supercharged slots on this thing, we will probably do something like that. It does look nicer, believe it or not. It does. As a matter of fact, I think it's got higher stats on it too. Okay, are we good? Yes, we are. Okay, rinse and repeat. Create new. Fresh design. And a cockpit. Not yet. We need a hab. So Jay says, why is Cody copying and pasting them? Because he doesn't know any... Okay, whatever that's supposed to mean. Okay, we got to have... cockpits. Thrusters. We need... Oh, cut it out. Continue modifying. Thank you. Yeah, hit the wrong button and that's it. Oh, sorry about that. We need photon cannon. All right, that's it. Morris123 says, did you hear about the pony that ate a cough drop? Apparently, it was a little horse. Ouch. That's all I got to say. Ouch. Yeah, Cody, do me a favor. Keep an eye on that one for me, bro. So, Cody says, what do you call a zombie that doesn't joke around? Dead serious. Oh my god. That's a good one. That's a good one. Okay, so let's finalize. We have no supercharge. Whoop, there's one right there. Okay, let's compare. Add to collection. Oh, we got to run. Yeah, Cellcraft, thanks for keeping an eye on that, man. Definitely keep an eye on it. If we need to murk somebody out, we will. Okay, upgrade. Excuse me. Upgrade. If I can stop fat fingering the keys. One more time. 16. Okay, this is a 2+2. This is a 2+2, but this is not what we want. So, rinse and repeat. Okay. William Tree says, someone trying to FAFO? Well, we're going to find out. We're going to find out. Again, everybody out there, please take a second, read the channel rules in the description section down below. So, Tony says, how did Pinocchio know he was made of wood? His hand caught fire? Okay. Okay, is our ship there? No, it's not. Hold on a second. Just out of curiosity. That's what I thought. So we got to reload the save again. Autosave. Okay. Yeah, sometimes this happens, but reloading the manual restore point will not work. So, is our ship there? Nope. Let's try to restore point. We may have to scrap this one. So Grumpy Goat says, did you know marshmallows are just ghost turds? That's what we used to call them in the Navy. That's exactly what we used to call them in the Navy. All right, so I think we're stuck with this one. Hold on. Yeah, I don't think we hit the autosave in time. Excuse me. If that's the case, all we have to do is scrap it and start over. Morris123 says, you hear about the cat that ate the ball of yarn? She had mittens. And chat, you've been warned. The dad jokes are going to get significantly worse. Oops, sorry about that. Just had to review chat. Okay, so looks like we're stuck with that one. We're going to scrap this ship. So Cody says, a few days ago, I got pulled over and the cop said, papers. I said scissors and drove off. Rock, paper, scissors, yes, sir. Okay, so we want to begin salvage. Oh, we can't salvage it. So, dang it. Looks like we're stuck. Yeah, we can't salvage it. Dang it. I thought we could scrap those. Okay, well, it's a 2 plus 2. So, yeah, we'll trade it out with an NPC. That's what we'll do. What is this thing? It's got no value on it. I would, you know what? Let's trade it out for the ugly baller hauler. How much is this? How much can we get for our bucket? How much you want for this bucket? So Qatar Guy 80 says that's what I'm looking into doing. Scrapping a Corvette ship. But here's a question. Hold on, before we, just out of curiosity. And see, this is all educational. This is very good information. How much does this guy want for his ship? If we make an offer, negotiate. Yeah, so we can exchange it for 0. Okay, that's good to know. That's good to know because ours is worth 12 mil. Because it's an S-class. You know what? Let's do it. Let's do that. Let's do that. So what we're going to do is make an offer on his ship, negotiate. We're going to exchange. Okay. That takes care of that. Oh, of course. Of course. And then an A-class flies in. Man, you guys suck. What we're going to do is scrap that and get the parts off of it. And thank you guys for stopping by. If you haven't done so, please hit that like button. Helps out the channel a ton. Excuse me. So Morris123 says, why should you knock on a refrigerator before opening it? There might be a salad dressing. Oh my God. That's funny. So what is this? Yeah, I'm not going to read that joke. Or QHOD, I guess that's what your name is. I'm not going to read that joke. Seems like you're new here. Do yourself a favor. Read the channel rules in the description section down below. Ozzy Bob says, keep in mind that when you get a 4 square, you cannot move any installed parts. That's true. I've seen that. I have seen it. I have seen that. That is a bug, apparently. So Cody says, singing in the shower is fun until you get soap in your mouth. Then it's a soap opera. Okay, goodbye. That solves that problem. Welcome to FAFO University. That's FAFO number 1 for today. Okay, let's see. Oh, so we want to salvage. Oh, hold on a second. Nothing. Ooh, he's got an S-class shield. Give me that shield. Hold on. Give me that. I'll take that shield, buddy. I will take that S-class shield. Give me that. I'll take that all day. Yeah, William Dupree had to do a double take on that one. Had to do a double take. Again, normally it's not a problem during No Man's Sky live streams, but we get them. So what's that Stelcraft says? We both kicked them at the same time? Yep. Yeah, that does happen here. Yeah, and I've got my eye on another one too, so that person better straighten up and act right as well. Okay. Okay, so we want to begin salvage. What we're going to do is grab the wings on this one. Claims, not claim scrap. No, we don't want to claim scrap. We want parts. We want the parts. Modules. So we want the wings. There we go. I will totally take them wings. Thank you. All right. So, and again, William Dupree, that was very good information. That's good to know. That's good to know. Since we can't scrap a Corvette, we can swap it out with another NPC ship. That's actually pretty cool. Oops, sorry about that. Give me 1 sec. So Skimpton says it's fixed in the new patch. Yeah, the new patch is not out yet. It's in the experimental branch on Steam. We're still waiting for that to drop. Yeah, Cellcraft, I was busy focusing on getting this ship out of my inventory. Just happened to glance over and said, "What the crap?" Okay, I got it. Looks like we got to murk somebody out. So William says he's done it a few times already. Nice. Yeah, I'm good information on that, man. I'm definitely going to keep that in mind. So Devlin, how's it going, man? It's good to see you. Thanks for joining us. So Devlin asks, would I play Dying Light, the Beast, when it comes out? Not really. I'm not a real fan of the zombie apocalypse horror game genre. Not really a fan of that. We'll have to see it. We'll have to wait and see. But I'm not really a real fan of the horror game genre. Okay, so let's try this again, shall we? So we got to create a brand new Corvette. Okay, here we go. Landing gear. Yeah, moderators, although this is a little unusual for a No Man's Sky stream, I guess we're going to have to keep our eyes on chat closely. Again, any sus activity, murk them out. I got your back. That is if you catch them before I don't. Okay, cockpit. There we go. Landing bay. Yes, please. Thrusters. Doesn't matter which one. Oops. So William DeFree says, I build something, looks okay, take it outside, then I don't like it. I've done that before. I've done that before. It's like once you take it outside and get some light on it, it looks completely different. So Cody says, hypothetical question, where would be a good location to hold up during a zombie apocalypse? Cody, you got me. Let's see. We want reactor. Here we go. And photon cannon. And we are ready. Finalize. Compare. Add. And run. Run, 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 run. Oh, pardon me for a sec. Sorry about that. I got to answer the phone. Excuse me. Oh, pardon me for one sec. Sorry about that, and we're back. Had to answer the phone. The phone called me some very nasty things. Okay, sorry about that. We got to redo that. All right, let's do it again. But at least we can swap out Corvettes with other ships, other NPC ships, just in case. That's actually really good information. So, okay, sorry about that. Just looking at chat. Okay, next. Hab. Yes, please. Cockpit. And the reason we're building a basic ship is so that we can check its supercharge slot configuration. It doesn't have to be complex, since we can mod the ship later on. Okay, thrusters. Oh, sorry. One of those, and we need a reactor. Dang it. I always do that. The first button I press is the B button, which is the wrong button. All right, here we go. Reactor. All right. Finalize. No supercharge slots. Well, there's one right here. Chances are this is going to be spread out, but let's find out. So compare and add and run. Okay, 2. It's funny, when Hero to You said in his video, when he did this, he said it took him about 40 minutes, I think. So I can imagine. What do we got? Oh no, this is nope. That's a whole lot of nope. They're all over the place. Reload. Yeah, them things are all over the place. Cellcraft says, I ordered a chicken and an egg online. We'll see what happens. A chicken and an egg online. We'll see what happens. Yep. Okay, we got to redo that, so let's make sure we didn't get stuck with it. Good. Yeah, that was a lousy configuration. Okay, create. Fresh start. Actually, you know what? Let's use these. Let's use the mag field landing gear. Might as well. Let's do something different. Hab. Cockpit. Yeah, William, I think he said it took him 40 minutes. I think he said 40 minutes. I got to rewatch the video. I think he said 40 minutes. Either way, that's a lot of tries. Landing gear. And I can imagine, because again, this is all random, so. So we got the landing gear thrusters. Okay, reactor and there we go. Sorry. Okay, here we go. Finalize. Okay, and run. So, Guitar Guy 80 says he's been searching for the schematics for the NX01. You know, I saw somebody build, we did talk about this earlier, I saw somebody build the 1701. The problem, of course, is the saucer section is not shaped like a saucer. So I'm waiting for somebody to figure out a way to glitch build that. All right, what do we got? You have got to be kidding me. You have got to be kidding me. This is a 3+1. This is a 3+1. All right. It's a 3+1. Yeah, we're going to roll this one back. All right, reload. It's a 3+1. Dang it. So close. So close. This is worse than playing the freaking lottery. And thank you guys for stopping by today. If you haven't done so, please do me a huge favor. Hit that like button. Helps out the channel a ton. Okay. Is our ship there? No, it's not. I'll reload the restore point and let's try it again. That, so close, man. So close. So close. Why couldn't that have been a T? That could have been a T. All right, reload the autosave again. We might be stuck with this one too. If we are, we'll just sell it and whatever. So Cosmic Coyote says, I'm not too focused on supercharged slots until we can move the main tech components around. I understand that. I'm focused on the supercharged slots now because we now know that the supercharged slots are randomized and that they take a while, or because they take a while. It looks like we're stuck with this ship. Hold on. Resume, modify, create, purchase modules. Okay, since we're stuck with this one, we're going to have to wait until somebody flies in and we can scrap it. Because we know that the supercharged slot configurations are randomized now. And we know that it's going to take a while to get the configuration that we want. There's no exact science to it. So that's why I'm trying to find the best possible supercharged slot configuration now. That way I can build upon it. Especially since we can customize and modify our ships after they're built and after we've claimed them. So Cosmic Coyote says, I'll be happy to build something that I don't hate looking at and that I don't hate the look of at the moment. That's probably the one problem with these modular ships, this modular ship design, is that there are a lot of squares. And I have an idea. I was thinking about trying to build the Fertilance from Elite Dangerous, the FDL, which is actually one of the more popular ships. In Elite Dangerous, but that is a very angular ship. I think it could be done because the parts seem to be here. The parts do seem to be here. But I don't want to buy that guy's ship again. It's a crap C class anyway. We're just waiting for another pilot to fly in. Someone that has something other than a shuttle, because that thing is just ugly. No matter how ugly my ship is, I would never trade it in for a shuttle. We would never trade it in for a shuttle. Or that ugly Explorer. Ugh, the high butt Explorer, they call it. So Cosmic Coyote says, I'm basically going for a Battlestar Galactica Valkyrie, but smaller. Are you talking about the Viper? The Battlestar Galactica Valkyrie. That's from the Battlestar Galactica reboot, right? The 2003 reboot. So Ozzy Bob says he was thinking about doing a classic Cobra Mark III. I think you could do a Cobra Mark III. Oh, okay, so it is. Okay. Yeah, that's a completely different ship class because that ship class for Battlestar Galactica didn't exist with the original. I had to think about that for a second. So what we're doing is waiting. Now, something else I can do is simply fly to the planet's surface and scrap the one I've got. So now we know what to do in case we get stuck with this ship. Just wait around for a bit. I mean, then again, it is a 3+1. It is totally a 3+1. So, I don't know. I might, you know what? I think what we're going to do is probably just keep this one. And it's a 3+1. Yeah, William Dupree, that system's got a lot of balls, doesn't it? Check Silver Stripes, what's up, brother? How's it going? It's good to see you. Thanks for joining us. So Cody says, what is a light year? Just a regular year with less calories. A regular year with less calories. It does have potential. It does have potential. So probably going to keep this one. All right. So I think what we're going to do. Look at that ugly shuttle. I mean, it's a 3+1. It is a 3+1, so you know. Okay, so I think what we're going to do is keep what we've got. This is hilarious. This space station doesn't have... Hold on a second. I don't think it does anyway. Yeah, it's a 3+1. Everything else is kind of meh, but we can upgrade that as we go. So what I think I'm going to do is swap out. Let's check with the... That's the multi-tool guy. That's the exosuit guy. Hold on. Where's the starship guy? What do you got for me, buddy? Upgrades. Cyclotron. Okay.
Product received.
Let's grab one of those. And I don't think I have the plans for the Cyclotron Ballista. Oh, we're going to swap ships anyway. What's that heavy? That's a C-class. That's a heavy snow speeder. Okay. Okay, we're going to swap out. See if we've got space. Do we even have that module? Ah, we do have it. Okay. Dock site wiring loom. Okay. So let's change this back. Standard. Apply. Yep, we got plenty of dioxide. So we can actually install that legit. So let's do that. Standard. Okay. We can install that one legit. Okay, Cyclotron Ballista.
Technology installed.
There we go. Okay, let's grab that S-Class module. There we go. Alright, nice. Okay, let's switch this back. And thank you guys for stopping by. If you haven't done so, please do me a huge favor. Hit that like button. Helps out the channel a ton. So Guitar Guy 80 says, talking about asteroids, you can't land on them in No Man's Sky, which isn't fair. That is true. The funny thing is that the asteroids in No Man's Sky are not, they're not big enough, I guess. They're not big enough to scale. I'm pretty sure Hello Games could actually do something like Planetoids in the future, but that might require a rework of the, what do they call it? The super formula, I guess? Field Wind, good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Yes. That's all up to your playstyle. As to the extent possible, I try to do everything legit in No Man's Sky, but because I do a lot of starship hunting, specifically for Sentinel starships, which require that you complete a crafting quest for every ship. It's very time consuming. That's why I switch crafting and purchases to free whenever I'm hunting for Sentinel starships. So what we're going to do at this point is head back. To that planet, our new home planet, actually. Head back to our new home planet. That's the worst parking spot ever. Jeez. And continue the hunt. But yeah, you can customize No Man's Sky literally to fit your individual playstyle. Okay, so my bases. There we go. So Fieldwind says, I'm trying to get one of those new ships that they've added. I haven't looked it up, so I don't know where to find them. Oh no, you have to build them. You got to build them. They're customizable ships. They're custom-built ships. You have to literally buy the components or find the components and build the ship. So Cody says, what is a popular drink in No Man's Sky? Gravy tea. Ouch. Okay, where's my ship? That's what she said. Where is my ship anyway? Where's it at? Oh, it's over there. It's like parked right next to my house. Okay, so if we fly low enough, we should be able to see actually, you know what? Let's get out and hunt. So Grumpy223 says a Fer-de-Lance build would be sick. I think it can be done, man. I think it can be done. In spite of the blocky look of all of the, you know, the fabs, I think if you take all of the you know, the fairings and everything else that you can add to them, they're fairly angular. They're fairly angular. So I think a Fer-de-Lance build is popular. Excuse me, possible. I think it's possible. Oh, we got one right there. Perfect. And we got another one. That's a kilometer away. Jeez. All right. Well, that doesn't work. That was the wrong weapon. I should have used the other one. But let's find out. It does work. That works very well, actually. That works very well. I will take that all day. Nice. The only problem is that we got to land every time to locate another one. So Guitar Guy 80 says, you may find my Stargate-inspired base here. Oh, really? All right. I think we saw one. Yep, 5 minutes away. Okay. So this is the plan. We'll keep that that 3+1, and we'll just hunt for some more parts. That's the plan. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. That is definitely, that's much faster. Much faster. Oh my god. That is much faster. Yeah, Cellcraft definitely works, man. That definitely works. So you don't need the cyclotron ballista or anything else. Your standard weapon will work, but I've got a fully upgraded. What the crap is this thing? Infraknife. I got a fully upgraded infraknife. This thing is a monster. So yeah, this is going to make hunting for these parts a crap ton easier. You don't even have to get out of your ship. All you have to, well, you have to get out of your ship to locate the part or the salvageable scrap, but you don't have to get out to mine. So Ozzy Bob says, for part hunting, I use my Corvette. You can hover to get out of the seat, scan, and fly. That's another way to do it too. That works too. It does work. I am embarrassed to fly around in that Corvette. I am literally embarrassed. That's how ugly it is. It's so ugly that I am embarrassed to fly it. I refuse to fly that Corvette until I improve it. That's all I gotta say. That thing is so ugly, it's oogly. I probably should have went with better wings. So Guitar Guy 80 says the only weapon that didn't work was the beam weapon, in my experience. William says it's better than mine. That thing, oh my god. It can't be worse than what I built. Yeah, my Corvette looks like a freaking Starfleet runabout. It looks like a Starfleet runabout. Only worse. Okay. Oh yeah, this is too easy. This is too easy. Let's land. So Cosmic Cody says, that's what I'm saying about mine. Yeah, my ship looks like a Starfleet runabout, except worse. It is ugly. Oogly ugly. Alright, keep going. This is the best planet to find. Look at this. This stuff's all over the place. That's Berry Technology, though. This is 5 minutes away. Let's go. Yeah, this is a ton of fun. I love this update. Hey, we got a crashed freighter. We should probably scope out this freighter. We should probably scope out that freighter. We can get parts out of there too. Got it. Super Clues aerofoil. Nice. Alright, let's check out that freighter. Because you know we can get some parts out of there too, so. Nice find. Excellent find. Excellent find. So Cellcraft says, my Corvette was so ugly that a freight train took a dirt road to get away. Yeah, my ship is so ugly, people are paying me money to get rid of it. That's how ugly it is. Okay. Yeah, I guess that's good enough. Let's go. Let's see if we can get some parts out of here. Alright, here we go. Oops. Get rid of the junk. Well, we got some hot ice. Hot ice, okay. I guess that's the stuff that they call icy hot. So William says, don't forget you can change the color too. True, you can change the color. I'm going to be holding off on any major customizations until I actually get the ship design that I want. Then I'll color it. But I'm really thinking Fer-de-Lance. I'm thinking Fer-de-Lance. I think a Fer-de-Lance build is possible. I think it is possible. Well, we got some polyfiber. Boo. Huh. What side of the ship is this thing on? It's on the other side. It's on the other side. Found it. All right, what do we got? Yeah, it's too cool. It's hot. Yep. And we got some salvage data. There should be at least 2 more pods here. Yeah, there's one over there. So far, no go. Because we're supposed to be able to find these things here too. More salvage data. Let me out of here.
Extreme subterranean radiation detected.
Yeah, no kidding, lady. Okay, I think there's one more. Yep, there's one over there. There we go. And last one. And we got some more salvage data. That's fine. Salvage data is worth money. Okay. Nice. And again, this has got to be one of the best planets to find this. This stuff is all over the place. There's another one a kilometer that way. Nice. Let's go get it. So here's the deal. We're going to keep that 3+1. So Obey My Dog says, first of all, thanks for joining us today. Says, I'm going nuts trying to fit the wings on my Corvette. It's like they only fit right on one side and the other side places it backwards. It doesn't matter how I flip it and cycle it. You know, I had that trouble earlier today during stream. The fitment of some of the wings weren't proper. They weren't correct. I've actually had that happen too. I thought you could free place some of the parts. I didn't check, but I thought you could free place some of those parts. I thought free placement was a thing. All right, here we go. Got it. Nice. So what do we have so far? And look at all those parts. And a bunch of other junk. What is this? Glowing crystal? Okay. Yeah, this is easy. This is a ton of fun. I like this. So Cosmic Code, he says, there are 2 additional orientations that you have to maneuver with left trigger and X. Hurts my brain. Really? Is it? Now, see, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Now, I'm pretty sure that you can set those keybinds for mouse and keyboard if you're on PC. But even when I play this game on PC, I use a controller. Okay, sorry about that. Just had to get some fat-free, diet, low-calorie water. Good stuff. All right, next. Yep, there's one right over there. Well, we're in the money today. We're in the money today. All right, here we go. And we got some glowing mineral. Nice. Yeah, easiest way to mine this stuff. Easiest way to mine it, especially in a Sentinel ship. Grumpy223, that's actually an excellent idea. I think spaceboarding on like the NPC capital ships for pirating, bro, that's an excellent idea. That is an excellent idea, man. I think they could totally do it. Here's the deal. The hard part's done because we can EVA. We can literally go EVA. And that should allow us to actually fly in our spacesuit to a distant object, like another starship or another spaceship or a capital ship. I totally think that's doable. That's actually an excellent idea. Yeah, exactly. I believe that's something that Hello Games could do. You know, prior to this update, I don't think any of us would have ever thought that we would be able to build and literally walk around inside our own creations, you know, in terms of this new starship. Hello Games did something here with this update that Elite Dangerous still hasn't been able to do. Give us customizable ship interiors that we can literally walk around in. Think about that for a second. This gaming engine is 9 years old. And Elite Dangerous, for example, has been out for the better part of a decade now. They still haven't given us ship interiors. So I think everything is within the realm of possibility for this game. Here we go. So what have we accomplished today? We got a Corvette with a 3+1 supercharged slot configuration. Got it. Yeah, we're getting some good stuff here. We're getting some real good stuff. And I see a whole bunch of sodium over there. Give me that sodium. Oh, there's a comm station over there too. Nice. Might as well grab this. Brandon Cartwright, what's up, brother? How's it going, man? It's good to see you. Thanks for joining us today. Just doing our typical Monday No Man's Sky. Give me that sodium. Never pass up a piece of sodium. There we go. We'll murk out the hazardous plants because they're evil. Might as well. So Cellcraft says that music when you change galaxies never gets old. Cellcraft, real talk, I want to hear that galaxy changing music in like dubstep. I want to hear that galaxy changing music in dubstep. That's what I want to hear. Either in dubstep or chill step. That's got to be fire. I want to hear that, like the dubstep version of that song. That's got to be fire. I'm pretty sure somebody out there, some musician, has already made a dubstep version of that. I got to hear it. Okay, so what do we got? 410. Let's go get it. Man, this stuff is all over the place. These parts are all over the place. This is the best planet. I'm telling you guys right now. This planet right here, best location to get these parts. There are no storms. The Sentinels aren't major butthurt. And it's relatively flat. Oops. Yeah, somebody parked a tree in my way. Hold on a second. Yeah, we're still firmly stuck in the Eisentam galaxy. That's because I'm too lazy to go anywhere else. Got it. Nice. Sentinel boundary map. Yeah, the one thing I wish we could do is locate salvageable scrap from the interior of a normal starship. That would be pretty cool. Cellcraft says, El Rubio's planting trees in No Man's Sky. Apparently. Hey, this is an overgrown planet, by the way, so it wouldn't surprise me. Okay, that is buried cache. Nice. Yeah, we're getting some really good parts here. Hold it. There's one right there. Alright, let's go. And thank you guys for sticking around. If you haven't done so, please do me a huge favor. Hit that like button. Helps out the channel a ton. Got it. Intricate accelerometer. Radiator casing. Yeah, we're getting some good stuff. We're getting all the advanced material simply by farming it. And looks like the ship is full. Process that. There we go. All right. So William Dupree says, I wish they had a scanner for the planets in the Corvettes. You know, I would like to think that Hello Games is going to release one. I think it's coming in a future update, man. At the same time, I also believe that Hello Games doesn't want to make capital ships obsolete. which would explain why they haven't done it yet. But I think it's coming in a future update. So Kevin Sterner says, I farmed every possible part for the Corvettes, never found one in a crash freighter, only abandoned freighters. Yeah, apparently some other creators seem to think that you can get the parts. Hey, Sentinel, I will murk you out, buddy. Don't even, bro. Today is not going to be your lucky day, son. You better get out of here with that mess. I will murk you out. Some other creators seem to think that you can get... I haven't tested it. Well, we just tested it. We didn't get any, but some other creators seem to think that you can actually get those parts from crashed freighters on planets. It was a good experiment. Definitely a good reason to check. But, of course, we didn't get any. Which is perfectly fine. What I'm doing right now has to be the easiest and fastest way to get a lot of the advanced parts quickly. I know some players like to go to the abandoned or the derelict freighters, if you will, out in space, but that's way too time consuming. If we take a look right now, if I go to Exosuit, look at all these parts. This took 15 minutes. It only took 15 minutes for me to get all these parts, simply by doing what we're doing right now. So this is by far the best way to find these parts. You got to get yourself a good planet. And with salvageable scrap and no storms on it, and you can farm these things all day. So Grumpy223 asks, do I have the cloaking device? On this multi-tool, I don't think so. Hold on. Survey, analysis. No, I don't have the cloaking device on this one. I think I have it on another multi-tool, but not on this one. So Ozzy Bob, yeah, we just saw that, didn't we? We just saw that. There is a bug. That is a bug. You got to replace the item after you put it in the refiner. That's something I noticed too. That's hopefully something that they'll address with the update. But yeah, that is definitely a bug. I thought it was just me. What else did we get? Titan class walkway, yes sir. And we got a Sentinel boundary map. We're making some money. And before the Sentinels get major butthurt, look, there's another one right there. There's another one right there. Yeah, this is absolutely the best way to do it. Yeah, gorgeous planet, by the way. This is a very good-looking planet. No storms, man. This is not a paradise planet. It's an overgrown planet. So, probably as close as we can get to a paradise planet without too much difficulty. That was easy. Okay, this looks like an observatory. We don't really need anything in here, so... Yeah, oh, it's a manufacturing facility. Never mind. Those are metal fingers. And of course, if we don't find any more salvageable scrap in this area, we can simply go to another part of the planet. Ozzy Bob, I know you can do that. I'm aware that you can do that. I prefer to do it this way. Yeah, I don't want to fly that Corvette because I feel that the Corvette itself is not it's not properly outfitted the way I want. That's why I don't want to fly it until I actually build it out the way I want to build it out. If you can understand that mentality. I prefer to use my Sentinel ship because the Sentinel ships can hover too. And I don't mind hopping in and out of my ship. So what we're going to do is head north. Let's go this way. Let's fly for a little bit. Yeah, we got a lot. Oh my god. We filled up all that space. Look at all those parts. Okay, we might as well land over here. Might as well land over here. You know, free parking spot. What do we got? Anything else? Yep, there's one right there. Although I am curious, what kind of ships we got over here? Interesting. Okay. Let's go. It's like right there. And there's a comm tower too. Nice. Yep. That was easy. Yeah, this is the best way to do it. And what I think we're going to have to do soon is head back to the station, or head to the freighter at least, and deposit all these parts. There's another one right there. Perfect. Any more? Yeah, this is the best planet ever. There's another one 5 minutes away. There's another one another kilometer away. Yeah, this is the best planet ever, I swear. This planet is a winner. Sinister RC, how's it going? It's good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Excuse me. Let's go. Okay, so how much do we have? We got a lot. Yeah, in before we crash into something. You know, the only thing this planet is missing is bioluminescence. Excuse me. The only thing this planet is missing is bioluminescence. That's it. We need glowing plants on this planet. Alright. This planet also has a huge supply of metal fingers, too. For what it's worth. Okay. Yeah, look at all those parts. I think what we're going to do, let's head back to the base. Get to the space station, or get to the freighter, and offload this stuff. We got plenty of parts. We have plenty of parts. So I think what we're going to do, I think for the next No Man's Sky stream, we're going to build out our Corvette the way we want. Since we got a 3+1, I think we're going to build it out the way we want to build it out. So. Best planet ever for salvageable scrap, right here. There we go. You know, there's something else I wanted to build here besides this. I can't remember what it was. Oh, that's what it was. Says I'm too close. Oh yeah, and that ain't too close? There we go. That'll solve that problem. Okay, so let's offload this stuff. And just as a reminder, if you guys haven't done so, get your Twitch drops while you can. I think you still have a couple of hours to get today's Twitch drops before the clock rolls over for day number 5. So just in case. Let's go to the freighter. Freighter, I never met her. And thank you guys for stopping by today. If you haven't done so, please hit that like button for me. Helps out the channel a ton. Just out of curiosity, did we pick up... We picked up an S-Class shield. I don't think I have any space for that. Oh, those don't stack. They don't stack, so that's right. Okay, never mind. I think we're going to need more storage. That thing's completely full. That's completely full. We need more storage, but that's okay. Let's build out another one. 3. There we go. So 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, fine. 4 goes here. Whatever. Whatever, just in case we need it. Okay, that's that. So Ozzy Bob says, I'm curious on how many parts are out there to find. I'm up to 96 so far. You know, I don't have an answer to that. I've heard that there is easily 100 parts, 100 separate parts, but I think there's more. I think there's more without even, you know. All right, I got nothing. He's standing on work. He's standing on business. I think there's easily over 100 parts. I don't think anyone's actually counted up the total number yet, but definitely a lot. So we want to sell, get rid of this. Sell that. Sell that. We'll sell the polyfiber. Sell the Mordite. Sell that. Sell the silicate powder. Get rid of that. Sell. Hot ice. $2 million for this. Excuse me for a sec. Okay, sorry about that. So Kevin Sterner says 120 parts. Okay, somebody found out. So it's 120 parts total. Okay. Again, I'm still new, getting my feet wet with this this update. And so far, I'm liking everything that I've seen so far. It's been a blast. Sell that. Okay, we will keep that hot ice. Since that stuff is kind of hard to craft. See if we've got space for it in here. If not, we'll make space. What can we remove? That's fine. That's fine. Get rid of the creature pellets. We don't need that. There we go. Put that in ship. This is carbon. That should be up here. Okay, whatever. Alright, anyway. So, Kevin Sterner says, I mainly play on Switch 2, so right now I'm waiting for the update. That's right, the update's not out on the Switch platform yet. The Switch or Switch 2. That's right. So leave it to Nintendo to hold everybody else up. Now, it's probably because of Nintendo certification. They got to ensure that the update's not going to brick the console or break something else. That's one of the reasons why it's taken so long. So Richard Parsons, good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, don't ask me why I still have that fossil. It's in here somewhere. You know, money's not an issue, so I'm not really paying too much attention to it. Okay, next, I think we have some time to do a little more hunting. Man, you talk about standing on business. Look at this Corvette. Look at this dude here. This Viking. That dude is standing tall. Literally. Standing tall. That's funny. Alright. You can sell that.
Units received.
Okay, done. So, what do we have? We have a 3+1 Corvette. Yeah, we have a 3+1 Corvette that we're going to build upon. Try to get 4 connected supercharged slots, but I think a 3+1 is as close as we're going to get. So Kevin Sterner says he also plays on Xbox Cloud and PS5. Okay. Yeah, I got this game on Steam and on Xbox. We're playing on the Xbox today, just because it was easier for me to set up. Dragonheart, how's it going? It's good to see you. Thanks for joining us today. So Cosmic Cody says, Nintendo was sure in a rush to get the last one slammed out. Now they're holding on. Now they're like, hold on, don't break my stuff. That's pretty much it. It is. Hello Games released the Relics update too soon. And the Relics update had to be arguably the most buggy update that I'd ever seen for No Man's Sky. One of the worst. And that was also that they could release the update with the release of the Switch 2. And I understand, it was good marketing, but they inadvertently broke a bunch of other things in the game as a result of it. Okay, current system. We're going to go back to that planet. That's what we're going to do. Recent, current system. Yeah, it was all done so they could get the update out for the release of the Switch 2. And when they did it, unfortunately, it wasn't properly beta tested. That just scared the crap out of me. Who was that? We got a new sub. Who do we got there? So Ryan Gubbins, welcome to the Odd Ones. Everybody, let's get some 07s out there in chat right now. Proper hand salute to Ryan Gubbins. Welcome to the Odd Ones. Thank you for your subscription. Welcome aboard. Oh, you know what? We got to see if this stupid battery works. Okay, the battery works now. The battery works. The freaking battery wouldn't charge. Yes, we decided to build a base right next to a planetary archive. Makes perfect sense. But just out of curiosity, I think we've got all of the... there's one right there. This planet is a gold mine for all these parts. I swear it is. This planet is an absolute gold mine. Ozzy Bob says I built a dinosaur museum with all of my fossils. Got around 30 exhibits. So what's that? A trading station would be better? Hey, well, you know, you can play your game however you want, man. That's the beauty of owning a game. You can play your game however you want. Everybody's play style will differ. Okay. Very nice. So what we need to do now is keep looking. That's what we're going to do. This planet is a gold mine for these parts. So I think we've pretty much gotten everything that's in this area. No, we haven't. No, we haven't. There's one right there. Petri, what's up? How's it going, man? It's good to see you. Thanks for joining us. That was the Infraknife Accelerator on that ship. One of the best offensive weapons in No Man's Sky. Yeah, these things are all over the freaking place, I swear. And we did mark it. There we go. So Ozzy Bob says he also has 0 visitors. Nice. You know, the best part about this planet is that the fauna are not immediately hostile to you. Not like the last planet, everybody was pissed off there. Ancient data structure, okay. Nice, we're not in the hunt for that, so we'll leave that where it is. Okay, buried technology. A nosy sentinel. Get out of here, sentinel. All right. All right, and again, thank you guys so much for sticking with us. If you haven't done so, please hit that like button for me. Helps out the channel a ton. But yeah, what we're doing is basically hunting for the parts. It's this, and we already have a good start, I think, on a Corvette ship. It's a 3+1 supercharged slot configuration. Tried to get 4 connected supercharged slots, but I had been at it for about an hour. I think we were re-rolling ships for about an hour. Had to scrap 2 of them. So essentially what I have is a base model Corvette, a basic Corvette that I continually, for lack of better terms, re-rolled until I found one with a 3+1 supercharged slot configuration. Since the supercharged slots are all randomized on the Corvettes, there's no Starship configuration that'll get you 4 connected supercharged slots. You pretty much have to craft a new ship every time. All right, what do we got? Sentient plant. Yeah, I think I've pretty much collected all the parts from this part of the planet. We probably should just go over to the dark side of the planet next time. Hey, RB, how's it going? It's good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Welcome, man. Not really playing towards a specific goal. I'm just doing a relaxed playthrough, on this save at least, until the next major update releases. So there's no storied quest with any of this. We're just hunting for the proper ship parts, and we're building out our ship. That's all. Okay, so what we're going to do... Let's head back to the planet before wrapping things up, since we are at the wrapping up point for today's live stream. We'll land in that free parking spot. Now, that being said, the expedition is releasing sometime this week, so we will definitely do a playthrough of the expedition. Definitely looking forward to that. Okay, so one thing I want to do, let's call up this horrendous Corvette that we built. Or not. Okay, Morris123, we'll see you next time, bro. Take care. God bless you, man. We'll see you next time. So, with all of that being said, I got to get out of here. I got to go take care of some IRL stuff. This was a fun live stream. Very fun live stream. This update is a blast. I absolutely love it. This thing, it's a ton of fun. Finding these parts, building out the Corvette. Getting one with 4 connected supercharged slots is going to be a grind, but it can definitely be done. Anyways, thank you guys so much for stopping by today. This was a fun stream. Now, I won't be streaming No Man's Sky tomorrow afternoon. I've got some other IRL stuff to take care of. So we'll try to do another live stream later on this week. Probably when the freaking Expedition releases, so we may try it then. But anyways, thank you guys so much for being here. Now, if you watch my Grand Theft Auto 5 online content, we will be live streaming GTA 5 online this coming Wednesday, Japan Standard Time, so hopefully we'll see you guys here for that too. But until then, thank you guys so much for being here today. I appreciate each and every one of you. Fantasize, I see you out there, man. Thanks so much for being here, man. It's always good to see you. So with all of that being said, please do me a huge favor. Hit that like button for me on the way out. It helps out the channel a ton. And with all that being said, this live stream is a wrap. I've been Oddman105, aka The Odd One, saying thanks to each and every one of you for your continued support of what we do here on the channel. And I will see you guys when I see you guys in the next live stream. So everyone, please stay safe, and remember, don't just start the fire, bring the smoke. And take care out there, and I'll see you all next time. So everyone, stay safe. God bless to each and every one of you, and I'll see you all next time. Take care, guys.